This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Massey versus White. You all have been dating for a while. You actually met on Facebook, but you're here because of allegations of cheating. Miss Massey, why have you brought your boyfriend to court?
I suspect that he is cheating on me with my aunt.
Your blood relative?
Blood relative.
Cheating with him.
How do you feel about that?
I'm hurt, disrespected. I'm at a loss for words, honestly, on both their parts. I don't know how I feel. It's a bunch of emotions all mixed into one, pretty much.
And this is a man you love?
Yes.
And I presume you love your aunt?
Oh, yeah. We've been close all our lives.
I can't imagine what you're going through. Can you tell me, since you figured this out or started to believe this is going on, how you've been feeling?
Well, I've been real edgy lately, that's for sure. My emotions are like in a bag, and my heart's like shaking them up every once in a while and just throwing one out there occasionally.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mr. White, what do you hope to prove today?
I'm here to prove today that I'm not cheating on Desiree with her aunt.
So do you understand why she feels this way, why she has these thoughts in her head?
Yes, I do.
But you want to prove that she's wrong?
Yes.
Miss Massey, what does this relationship mean to you?
A lot, actually. I've never felt this way about anybody. No, the night we met, it was like an instant connection. We instantly felt comfortable together. And if it turns out that he's cheating on me with her, it's gonna crush me. I'm gonna be devastated.
Are you saying that potentially you would lose him and your relationship with your aunt?
Oh yeah, they're both gone.
Wow.
So up until now, is he the best relationship that you've had?
Yeah, for the most part.
Except for this one little issue, right?
Right.
And you don't want to throw that away, do you?
No, not if I don't have to. No.
And you surely don't want to throw your blood relationship away.
No, me and Cassie have been literally connected at the hip since birth. We're only 11 months apart, roughly, and she's younger than me. And so I've always had her, she's always had me. We've never really needed anybody else. But obviously she does.
Why would you think that your aunt is sleeping with your boyfriend?
Well, because she's done it before.
With this boyfriend or another boyfriend?
Oh, no. About 5 years ago, I was with somebody for roughly 5 to 6 months. They started hanging out and then proceeded to cheat on me. I was so blind to it, it literally took another family member to point it out to me. Like, one night we were all sitting and playing cards, and he was sitting by her, and I'm sitting over here by myself. So you would think that she's in the relationship and I'm the one single over here, but it was the other way around. So a day later, I confronted them about the situation, and she admitted it to me.
So your aunt stole your boyfriend?
Yep.
Even though you were dying on the inside?
Uh-huh. Completely. I was dead. I didn't get out of bed for almost a week, actually. It was horrible. I was crushed.
Wow.
Was that the only previous time?
Oh, no. About 6, 7 months ago, me and Cassie were sitting in her room, and the family member comes in and she's like, well, I just figured you'd like to know that Cassie has been sleeping with your ex. And Cassie denied it at first. And I'm like, okay, I lightweight believed her a little bit, because why would she have a reason to lie? This was my ex. We weren't together at the time.
Right.
There was no reason for her to be lying. If you're doing it, you're doing it. Oh, well, that's cool. He's an ex for a reason. After about 20 minutes of my family member prying her, she finally came out with it and said, yeah, you know what? We have.
So your aunt has slept with 2 of your boyfriends, and you're now concerned she's sleeping with this boyfriend?
Yes.
What are you worried that you're going to lose with Mr. White, if that's true?
Oh, my heart. He has my heart.
Tell him how you're feeling.
I love you, but if it comes back that you're cheating on me with my aunt, you know I'm done, right?
You know I'm here to prove you wrong, right?
Okay.
So, Mr. White, what is it that you love about her?
Like, I love her smile, the way how she treats me. The very first time I got to talk to her was on her porch. She gave me a place to stay when I needed help. So pretty much I love everything about her.
She's a loving, caring person.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you don't want to see your relationship with her jeopardized?
Never.
So did you give him a place to stay?
Yes, Your Honor. We were previously friends on Facebook, and the first day we met, I actually gave him a place to stay.
So how do we move from place to stay to love?
We talked all night that night, you know, just genuine talks, you know. He told me about him, I told him about me. There was laughs, there was a little bit of tears, you know, just the way that I instantly felt that connection with him. It's just one thing led to another, and we've been inseparable since.
Who said I love you first?
He did the second day, actually.
The
What
second
kind of
day?
conversation was that?
The second day.
A very long one.
A very long, very long. What did you say to her?
Pretty much how my life's been all downhill.
Wow. And so she came and saved you from that.
Yes.
And so you're here to try to protect what you enjoy with her.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Miss Massey, you worry that all of this can go down the drain.
Yeah, and I'm gonna waste another 3 months.
You shouldn't be worried about it. Because guess what? You need to check your aunt.
Now, he secretly hangs out with Cassie behind my back, okay? Now, he does tell me about it, but it's never when it's happening. Now, Your Honor, I brought a map with me.
Sure.
Of he's supposed to be going to the convenience store most of the time.
Why don't you step to the monitor, please?
Okay. Okay, this is my house, Your Honor, right here. And this is the convenience store and the restaurant that he walks to from my house. Now that is south, Your Honor. Now this is Cassie's house, Your Honor. Now do you see how the convenience store is all the way down here? My house is right here and Cassie's house is right here?
Yes.
Okay, so he walks from my house, supposedly to this convenience store, and then right past my house again to get to Cassie's house, 1 hour and 3 minutes.
Yeah. And he goes right past your house.
Right past it. I don't get a knock at the door. No, hey, I'm going to Cassie's house or anything for that matter. Just walk straight past my house, right to Cassie's house.
And why do you think he's doing that?
When I confronted him with it, they both claimed that it was to talk about me and our relationship.
And you don't believe that?
No. If you're talking about me and my relationship, talking to me about my relationship. Can I return to the...
Okay, so Mr. White, are you talking to Miss Lewis about your relationship?
The only reason why I'll go to Cassie because she knows her better than anybody else. And I'm trying to get more advice so I can make things work even better.
So, Mr. White, did anything inappropriate happen with her aunt?
She touched my leg and I told her that I was dating Desiree.
Okay, there's touching and then there's touching. Okay? Which one are you saying happened with her aunt, with your leg?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of
And
both.
I got up and I left and I walked away. I went to her house.
Now, when he went to my house, y'all want to ask him why he didn't tell me and why I had to find out when he was on the phone with somebody else?
Mr. White, do you believe Miss Massey's aunt was trying to hit on you?
Honestly, I don't know. Honestly.
But it felt funny.
Yeah, it felt funny, so I got up and left.
All right. Kyler, you know there's his side, there's her side, and obviously there's the aunt side. We have the aunt here today. Ron, would you escort the witness in, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Lawyer. Have you stand next to Mr. White.
Are you sleeping with Mr. White?
No.
What happened when you touched his leg a couple of days ago?
It was just like an instinct, comforting, you know. It wasn't nothing like that. When he said, I'm taken, I looked at him like, I know.
Okay, well, let's do this. I would like you all to sit in the witness chairs, and I want you to show the court how you touched his leg.
I want to have a good view.
Can I get one too?
All right, so, Miss Lewis, how did you touch his leg? What led up to you touching his leg? Let's start there. You all are talking.
He was upset about Desiree being mad at him, and I just like instinctively just tapped it, rubbed it a little bit.
Okay, show me what you did.
Is that how it felt? Tell me what it felt like. Put her hand on your leg and show us what happened.
Like that?
Did her hand go any higher?
No, because I stopped and then I left.
But you think if you hadn't stopped, it would have gone higher?
Probably.
All right,
Okay.
you go back to the podium, please. My question is, why are you talking to him about your niece's relationship?
You know, I know her the best. You know, we've been through everything. We were inseparable as kids.
And you know, sometimes it helps to talk to someone who knows.
Oh, yeah, but she's already slept with 2 of her boyfriends.
So are you jealous of Miss Massey?
I was young, you know, and at the time, you know, I was single, you know. Seeing her being happy, maybe it did make me jealous.
So seeing her happy now, are you happy with their relationship?
Yes, I'm very happy.
Do you think that Mr. White is the right guy for Miss Massey?
In the beginning, I didn't feel that way, but he showed me that he does love you, and you know.
It just seems weird. It just seems really weird. How can you be against him one day, and then the next day, y'all hanging out behind my back?
Because I accept him, you know. I'm going
Only
to
went there
accept
for
him because
advice.
you're happy with him.
Why are you seeing him without your niece, especially with this history?
He just comes to me for advice about her. You know, she is really feisty. You know, she gets mad easy. She snaps off. You try to talk to her, it's way worse. Like, you know.
But
so-
why wouldn't you tell him, let's go and talk to my niece, your girlfriend, together?
I was clueless that he hadn't been telling her that he was coming over.
All right. So Miss Massey, what does your gut tell you?
That he's cheating on me.
What else is it besides your gut?
It's just, it's weird. It's weird. There's no reason to be lying to me. I don't care how feisty I am. I'm gonna pop off. If you think I'm gonna be mad, don't do it. I don't text people on Facebook because he gonna get mad.
Okay, so you admit you're feisty.
Oh yeah, I'm very feisty.
You're very feisty. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
And so you can see how Mr. White might be reluctant to maybe come to you with a problem about you.
Yes, yes.
But hold on, love. I'm feisty.
Yes, you are.
And you are going to any of my aunts talking to them about me, right?
No,
Right?
I come straight to you.
And they definitely ain't.
Huh?
I'm
And you
straight
haven't
to you.
slept. And you haven't slept with any of my aunts.
No.
Okay. So you can understand why she would have these concerns. If we didn't have the history of sleeping with her past boyfriends, we wouldn't be having this discussion. She'd probably be okay with it.
All right. So, Miss Massey, you believe that your boyfriend is sleeping with your aunt.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. She's already slept with 2 of your previous boyfriends,
Yes, Your Honor.
and now you believe she's sleeping with your current boyfriend.
Yes.
So basically, she sets him up and the aunt knocks him down.
Yeah.
Yep. Apparently.
Your gut is telling you that. Everything in your being is telling you that there's something going on between your boyfriend and your aunt.
Yes.
And that's what you're here to find out.
Yes.
To get to the bottom of this court has ordered Mr. White to submit to a polygraph test. And we have the results.
All right. At this time, Ron, would you please escort in certified polygraph examiner, Mr. Michael Williams?
Yes, Sean. Take the witness stand, sir.
Mr. White underwent a polygraph examination, is that correct?
That's correct.
He was asked one question. Mr. White was asked, since being in a relationship with Miss Massey, have you ever had sexual intercourse with her aunt? What was his response to that question?
He said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
Your Honor, there was a strong physiological response to this question, which indicated to me that the subject was being deceptive.
Ms. Massey, you're looking at your aunt. What went through your head when you just looked at her?
I'm very, very hurt. Very, very hurt. I don't know how I feel.
Well, who are you more angry at, your boyfriend or your aunt?
Both of them. It takes 2 to tango.
Miss Lewis, the lie detector says that Mr. White has had sex with you.
That is not true.
It's a lie detector. It ain't gonna lie.
Okay,
That's
but
what
never.
it's made to
You
do,
know I
is
love
to
you.
detect lies.
Boy.
You know, Mr. White, you were being deceptive when you said no to that question of whether you've had sexual contact with Miss Lewis.
I never did, though.
Either
That's
of
the whole
y'all can
fact.
be honest.
Well, Ms. Massey, now that you have the answers you were looking for, what does this mean for your relationship with both your boyfriend and your aunt?
What relationship?
You tell me, what relationship?
There is none. There is none. There is none. There is none. I don't really want to hear your names ever again, for that matter. That's messed up. I have done a lot for you. I've done a lot.
You know I love you, so why would you?
You love me, but you're having intercourse with my aunt.
I never did.
But the lie detector dude, the lie detector test
I was
just
nervous when I
proved
took
it.
that.
You all have been together more than a year and have been talking about marriage, but allegations of infidelity have put marriage talks on hold. Ms. Jallah, will you share with the court why you have initiated this case?
Well, we met November 2016.
Okay.
I think he had just moved to Baltimore, and I was leaving from the mall, and he seen me with my friends, and he came up to me, and he started talking to me, asked me for my number, started talking on the phone, then eventually started dating, going on different dates, and then we made it official 2017 of February. It was Valentine's Day, and he asked me to be his girl. And I said yes.
Look at that style.
See that? I mean, she lit up.
Well, Valentine's Day is important to you then.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so you looked at her and said, oh, boy, I got to go up.
I had to step my game up, so it had to be romantic. So I tried to do something big on Valentine's Day.
He just did everything right. He took his time. And guys my age, they rush into things. So he definitely took his time with me. He definitely listened. So
I didn't rush to have sex or
yeah,
nothing like that.
he didn't. We took our time for that.
I just did what I did and lucked up.
Mr. Cutler is your homie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's from D.C. I know about them D.C. men, so me and you can talk,
Yes,
okay? I know all about that thing.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What?
You're welcome.
Whatever, man.
So this great relationship,
Yes.
it gets off to a wonderful start. How did we get here? Why do you think he's cheating?
Okay, so it was a couple days before Christmas, and I was at his house. He know I'm nosy, so it's like, why leave me at your apartment if you don't want me to look at stuff? And I wanted to see my gift, what I got for Christmas.
Okay, so you look through his apartment while he's not there.
Yeah, so
And
I'm
what do you
looking
find?
around. I didn't see nothing, so I was just about to give up. Then something just told me in my head, like, girl, go check in them drawers. So I walked in his room, and I checked in the top drawers. I'm moving things around, and in the back, I see a box of condoms. It's a 3-pack, 2's missing. There's only 1 in there.
Okay.
We don't use condoms. That's a problem.
Oh, okay.
We're family. We're
'Cause I'm
talking
like-
about marriage. Like, that's not ours. So I want to know where the condom is coming from.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
because
Yeah.
I was like, well, you all are grown. Y'all.
No.
Okay, so why is there only one condom in the 3-pack?
So I told her, I had let my homeboy come through. He had a friend over. They needed somewhere to crash, you know, he wanted to do his thing. So I said, hey, go in the back, just clean up your mess when you're done.
But why would you do that if you know
I mean, that's
how-
my
But you
homeboy.
didn't say nothing to me, though. You should have told me they was
I mean,
coming.
I don't think it was none of your business at the time.
But if you...
Okay, but Mr. Wilson,
No disrespect.
so your homeboy comes over, and you being a good friend, you let him have
The ultimate wingman.
use of your place,
Yeah.
the ultimate wingman.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then when he gets through, he takes the condoms and he puts them back up under your drawers where your clothes are, as a good friend will do. Not.
Exactly.
Is that what you're telling the
See what
court?
happened? He left the condoms because I told him to clean up his mess when he was done, but obviously he didn't do that, so he left the box of condoms on the floor. I don't want to throw them away, so I just threw them in the drawers, just to be in there.
Instead of you just getting rid of it, you just
What
put
you
them in the
keeping it
back.
for?
That's what you're saying, in the back of the drawer.
Yeah, for a backup. You know, we might need it one day.
Waste not, want not.
I don't want to just waste a condom.
And Ms. Jallah, you don't
That's
believe
my
him.
man. No, I don't.
You don't believe him.
It don't sound right, no.
And you believe he used that condom with another woman?
Yes, I
Or
did.
both condoms with another woman?
Right, yeah, I did.
No.
Have you found him in any other compromising situations?
Yeah. My car was in the shop for a week. So he was taking me to and from work, and this week, it was a Friday. You know, it's the last day you want to go home and start your weekend. And throughout the week, everything's been fine. He's been picking me up on time and things like that. But today, I'm calling him. He's late. He's not answering. He's not texting me back.
I was asleep.
Then that's what he keeps saying. Then he pulls up. He's 30 minutes late, and I come in the car. The seat is back. But when I got in it this morning, the seat was fine. I mean, he took me to work this morning. So I'm asking him what happened from this morning till now, why are the seats like that? So as I'm talking to him and asking him about that, I noticed that he has a white stain on his jeans, but his jeans is black. So it's like...
And where on his jeans was this white stain?
It was closer to like his fly area, like where his zipper was at.
Okay. Well, Mr. Wilson, I gotta ask you the question.
Yes.
What was on your jeans?
It was a dirty stain, to be honest. I just, at the time picking her up, I just rushed, got some clothes out the dirty hamper. I had on some dirty pants, Your Honor. Like,
Let me just say, this is the one time I'm glad the litigant did not bring an exhibit. I don't think I could do that exhibit today.
I picked my homeboy up. That's why the passenger seat was like that. And
Your homeboys,
Exactly.
Your homeboys are
it's
not.
basically my homeboys getting me caught up in this.
They leave condoms all over the place. They don't put the seat back
It's
up.
real messy, man.
They're messing up your relationship.
You need to let your homies go. You need to get rid of these homies and get you some other homies. Clearly.
And Ms. Jallah, once again, you don't believe his explanation.
No, I don't.
And
Is
you
there
don't
something
think that
fishy
stain,
about that?
You think that stain was something else?
Oh, it was definitely something else. Yeah.
Okay. Why else do you believe that Mr. Wilson is cheating, Ms. Jallah?
Well, the icing on the cake was, it was this month, and we have date nights every now and then. It was supposed to be date night, and he asked me if he could go out with his friends, and my sister is blowing up my phone. I mean, calling me back to back, and every time she calls me like that, I know it's something wrong because it's 2 in the morning. Why are you calling me this much?
Right.
Because she's drunk.
No, she's not drunk. I mean, my sister is here, actually. I brought my sister with me because I want her to be able to tell you guys in her own words, since I wasn't there, what happened.
All right, so is the Ron, would you have the witness come forward, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Step right next to your sister.
How are you?
Good, how are you, Your Honor?
I'm good. Would you state your full name for the record?
Asia McLaughlin.
Miss McLaughlin, your sister says that you have some testimony, something you observed.
Yes.
Can you share with the court what happened?
Yes. So I actually have evidence, Your Honor.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Would you step to the monitor?
I have evidence, Carlos.
What evidence you got?
You have evidence.
So 2 weeks ago, me and some friends went to the strip club.
All right.
The strip club was closing at 2 o'clock. And as I'm leaving the strip club, I'm walking to my car, which is here. I noticed 2 couples, like 2 people in a car, a girl head moving up and down, and a guy's hand was on her head. So of course, me being me, I'm nosy.
Well, there's a genetic, that's in the DNA, right?
There's a gene in there somewhere.
There's a nosy gene in the family.
Nosy,
For a good reason.
I stood there and I was watching. When I was walking up close, I noticed the car. I noticed it was the same car my sister drive. And then I was looking and I noticed Carlos' dreads. So at this point, I'm furious. I walk up to the car, I'm banging on the window, trying to open the door. He looks directly in my face when I'm banging on the car window, trying to open the door. Because I'm really mad because you don't do that. Like, why would you disrespect my sister like that? You cheat on her for one, and then you have another female in her car. That's a problem.
Okay, so you look in the window of your sister's car and see another woman performing oral sex on Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
And what did he say? Did he say anything?
No, he looked directly in my face and pulled off with the female in the car.
Oh my goodness, so he just pulled off?
He pulled off. I tried to get in my car and chase him, but I could.
She did.
She was gone. So at this point, I'm really mad. I'm calling my sister like, I called her like 19 times maybe. I was blowing up her phone like.
And you were asleep through all this?
Yes, 2 in the morning.
Okay. So, Ms. Jallah, after you get this information, what did you do?
So I'm calling him. He's not answering. And I don't know. I mean, my sister don't have no reason to lie. And
I think she had a couple
She has
drinks.
no reason to lie.
No reason to lie.
I'm just trying to understand, why would she's a grown woman. Why would she sit here and make a lie up about somebody else's life? No.
Can I
Mr. Wilson.
Can I put in?
Mr.
Please.
Wilson.
It just don't sound right.
Yes, sir.
I want to ask what you were doing, but I think I got the picture of what you were doing. The question is, why were you doing it?
No. First of all, we went to the strip club, yes.
Okay. You were in the parking lot, right?
Yes.
Were you in the parking lot in your girlfriend's car with another woman?
No.
Yes, you are, Carlos.
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
Did you see your...
No, I didn't even see her. That's what I'm saying.
You seen me, Carlos. You seen me.
Hold on.
If I first of all, I would never do nothing like that in the parking lot. If I'm doing something like that, I would take her home.
Hotel.
Carlos is lying, Your Honor.
Okay.
Man,
And was it, well, let me ask you this. Was he at home with you, Miss Jallah, by 2?
No.
What time did he
called
get?
me at 2.
What
and
time
I
did
started
I get
calling
home?
him. I don't know, maybe like 4, because I kept calling, you wasn't answering. It took
So
a
what
while.
were you doing from 1 to 4 if you left the strip club at 1?
A while.
I came home. When I came home, it was a war in there. She came.
I bet.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Smelling my body from head to toe, looking through my phone.
She's smelling your body.
My private areas.
Well, you ain't even let me get that far.
Okay, hold on, Miss Jallah. Miss Jallah, hold
Do
on.
that.
You came home and she smelled you?
He did not.
Yes.
All right, wait a minute. Miss Jallah, tell me about
I
this.
tried to smell his private part. Yes, I did. Because that would let me know if he was doing something. But he didn't. He was so defensive. We started arguing, and he left.
Miss Jallah, don't feel badly. You're not the first sniffer we've had. So. I don't know what that is, but you ain't the first one. Okay, so you don't get the sniffing. You are saying you were home by 2, which makes no sense if her sister's calling
Yes.
at 2.
Exactly.
The whole story the sister's saying is not true. We leaving the club. I don't know who window she banging on. She probably seen
My
another person
window.
with dreads.
She said you.
Oh, I doubt
He
that.
said you was
see
drunk.
me. You
He said
see
you was
me.
drunk.
Okay.
I think we've heard
Yeah.
enough.
Yes.
Looking at the evidence, here's what we got. She found a 3-pack of condoms in your drawer, but 2 of them were missing.
Yes.
And her sister saw you in a car in a place that you admit being, in a car you admit driving around the time you admit being there, saw you in that car with another woman,
No.
and you say that wasn't you.
Yeah, it wasn't me. I was there, but she didn't come approach me in no car. She really doesn't like me. She thinks I'm not good for her sister. So
And why did she
I
do
get that, but
why do you think I'm not good for
You're
her?
not.
and Ms. Jallah, you've said that if he is cheating,
I'm done.
your relationship is over.
Yes.
Well, this court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court would like to call licensed polygraph examiner Tommy Platt to determine, is he cheating? Ron, please escort him in.
Tommy Platt. To the monitor.
How are you, Mr. Platt?
Good, Your Honor.
For the court record, would you share your credentials?
Yes, ma'am. I have 30 years experience in the United States military and in law enforcement. I have been a licensed polygraph examiner for over 10 years and conducted nearly 3,000 examinations.
All right. So the question that Mr. Wilson was asked, did you have sexual intercourse with a woman other than Miss Jallah using the condoms Miss Jallah found in your drawer? What was his response?
He stated no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful.
That's one. That's good. Okay.
Myself.
All right, score 1 for the
Okay, that's
homeboys.
good.
All right, well, I put a check over here.
Still got more.
Score 1 for the homeboys.
Still got
I told you that was my
more. The
homeboy.
main one, though, so okay, I'm listening.
Mr. Wilson was asked, the night Miss McLaughlin claims to have seen you at the club, did you have physical sexual contact with a woman other than Miss Jallah? What was his response to that question?
He stated no.
What did the polygraph determine?
The polygraph determined that he was being truthful.
I feel so bad. I'm happy about that one. I'm happy about that. Because that was like the main one I was
You believe
concerned
your
about.
sister
I'm
all the
still
time. I
listening,
told
though.
you she don't like you.
But that was the main one I was concerned about. But still, I'm listening.
All right.
But you're listening, but you're smiling.
She lied.
Oh, she got a grin from here to there. All right, let's see if we can
going
keep the
good so
magic
far.
going, Mr. Cutler.
All right, there was one more question.
Yeah.
Mr. Wilson was asked, since you began an exclusive relationship with Miss Jallah in 2017, have you had sexual intercourse with another woman? What was his response to that question?
He stated no.
What did the polygraph determine?
The polygraph determined that he was telling the truth.
Wow. Okay, I'm glad that you did pass.
All right.
But
Thank
you
you.
gotta still change. Like,
I understand.
you gotta do better a little bit.
I understand.
I think they figured it out.
Well, almost. One other thing.
I think they figured it out.
I know that you and your sister have the nosy gene.
Nosy.
Yeah. She's looking out for me.
I understand, but here's the thing. This is what my mother-in-law taught me. She said, don't let me get in your relationship.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. She said, we'll slip up on you. Family will slip up in there and be messing you up because we love you. And that's, you know, you got to make sure you keep some distance between your relationship and your family. You can't go to your sister and your mother and your aunt and talk about the problems you might be having because y'all might get over it, but they don't.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
And they don't get over it, and they looking at him like this at the family barbecue. So you don't want that. So if you having a problem, you need to go to the source of the problem.
Yeah.
And who is that?
Carla.
Me.
There it is. You all have been together 8 years. I noticed that Mr. Buckner is 12 years your senior. And you all have been living together, but until just recently, you have put him out of the house.
Yes, ma'am.
Because of these cheating allegations. Explain what is going on in your world.
I'm here today because I know he's cheating on me with the neighbor downstairs.
I'm not, baby.
I know he is.
Okay, you're like, it's this one right here.
This one.
This one, and
Yep.
it's the woman downstairs.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, tell me about the warning signs, though, that made you think it's the woman downstairs.
When he's lying, he sweats. So he can walk in the door and I ask him, where you been? He starts sweating, I know he lying.
That's his take.
That's not
Yeah.
all the time. Not all the time.
And
Whatever.
it's your gut that he's sleeping with the
Yes,
neighbor.
you know that tuition. You know that woman intuition.
Dread.
Yeah,
You
it's
can't-
real.
The dreads make me sweat.
No, it's not the dress.
dreads
He
make
be
me
lying. He's a liar.
The dreads
When
make
he's
me
sweating.
sweat because they be on my neck and stuff, and I be sweating. It sweat real easy.
He switched up his routine, has switched up. He's not calling me, letting me know where he's at. He's going different ways to work. He's just all over the place. Condom in his pocket. We've been together for 8 years. 8 years. We're not using condoms.
Y'all not doing that?
Nope.
She says you changed up some things. And in any relationship, when you change up things, sometimes that's good.
That's
but
what
she says you're changing
say.
them up for the bad.
I haven't changed nothing.
Your Honor.
I haven't changed
Your Honor.
nothing.
If I say they changed up, they changed up.
I kind of got to
The back
go
of
with
the
that.
hand, 8 years, you already know 'em.
It's
They
just-
men.
So tell me about when she put you out, Mr. Buckner.
It's just where we stand at, you know what I'm saying? In our new environment, this apartment where we has a lot of females. And so they be at me.
Oh, wait a minute, you see how I say that?
They be, I don't be
It's
doing
not cool.
that. They be at me though. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not cool, Your Honor.
But I just talk and just be friendly, like cordial. That's it. We just talk. That's it. No friendly, no touching, no none of that. No hugging, none of that.
All right,
But
here's-
these women coming at you have got you put out the house. That's my point.
Tell us about that.
Well,
Your Honor,
was-
let me tell
I
you
was
about
at-
it.
No, I want to hear from him.
Okay.
I want
I
to
was
hear.
at the apartment and we was sitting outside, we smoking a cigarette. So it started raining. They were like, oh, man, get my hair wet, get my hair wet. And we hadn't finished our conversation. I tried to be a gentleman and let them in the house just to finish their cigarette. And she just happened to come in the door, like, and when she came in, they looked, and boy, they shot at the door, and I didn't get a chance to say nothing to her.
Look, I packed this stuff and put him out. That was it. Like, he had 2 women in my house. I worked an 8-hour shift, normally a 12-hour shift. But I came home early this day. Supposedly, you're just smoking a cigarette and it's
just
raining.
talking, though. We
No.
came in,
no.
we all in the same
Your Honor,
room, though.
This man had 2 women in my house drinking my wine. And when I got there, you told me to chill. And by the time I turned around, they're gone. They jotted
They
out my
seen
door.
her
They didn't
face.
even introduce themselves
They
to me.
came in, seen
no,
her face,
don't interrupt
and
me
they
'cause I'm
got
talking.
somewhere.
Listen, he didn't even know I was coming home early that day.
It wasn't planned.
Because I normally work 12 hours, Your Honor. I normally work 12 hours. This day, I just end up coming home early.
So your concern is, 1, he's got the women in your house.
Yes, ma'am.
2, he didn't know you were going to be home. So what would have happened if he had had another 4 hours?
I don't know. You have to ask.
I think you're jumping. I think you're jumping.
No,
have
that's
to ask
exactly.
him.
Am I right? Is that
Yes,
what you're
ma'am.
thinking?
That's
All
what I'm
right,
thinking.
And you think he's cheating with the woman, the neighbor in your apartment complex?
Yes, I do.
Have you seen anything else involving the neighbor?
Yes.
Tell
of
me about
course.
that.
So, basically, he was off work.
Okay.
He do side jobs.
Okay.
So he said he was going to go hang a TV. All right?
All right.
He came back in like 30, 40, 45 minutes.
All right, so then he shows up 45 minutes later. You
So he came back, he tried to take a shower.
I was sweating.
Sweating, what I told you about the sweating.
You believe he was at the neighbor's house in that 45 minutes?
Yes.
And you
I'll
think
let
he
you know
was at
why.
the neighbor's house because he came straight home and took a shower?
Yes, Your Honor, yes. So guess what I did? I told, this is too, it was too suspicious for me. So I told him drop his drawers. I smell his twigs and berries.
Twigs and berries?
Yes. It smelled like insects.
Oh. Okay, where did you go to hang this TV?
Downstairs.
At the neighbor's. Did you tell her you were going to the neighbor's?
No, ma'am.
Because you knew that she would have a feeling about that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And so you run down, hang the TV, and come back and shower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see why this looks funny?
You see why I smelled
But
them?
I was
Do you see
sweating.
why I smelled them?
And you saying you did not have sex with the neighbor.
And that's what the lie detector gonna show today.
All right. But you are convinced that
I
he
know.
was not just
Oh, I
hanging
know.
TVs.
And so what did you say at that point?
At this point, we in an argument. It was just like a blackout moment, like, let me get away from
She
you.
put me out the house. But no proof, and the young lady told her herself it wasn't nothing like that. I hung a TV.
So have you ever had a conversation or interaction with this woman?
Yes, I have.
Tell me how you got to that interaction. Tell me what happened.
I watched this man leave out the house early. I followed this man.
When?
Don't worry about it.
You brought an exhibit regarding following him,
Yes.
is that right?
May I show
All right.
you, Your Honor?
All right, you want to cross to the monitor and show us?
So this is our complex. We stay at the top.
Okay.
The suspects stay at the bottom. He
And
went right
that's-
here.
and that's the
why I
ne-
seen him going.
How long was he there?
He was in there about 15, 20 minutes. Enough for a quickie.
And then you saw him exit
Yes.
and go to your apartment, or where he go?
No, he went to the right.
So he leaves?
Yes.
All right.
Was
So
I
then what do
sweating?
you do?
Well, Your Honor, I had to get ugly because I knocked on the door and I said, ma'am, was my man just down here? She was like, did you ask your man? I said, no, I'm asking you because I just seen him come out of your apartment. She gonna like, you need to go ask him, and slam the door in my face.
Oh.
So this is the point where I
You was
called
on.
him.
Okay, come back to your
ma'am.
podium.
Yes, ma'am. I called
All right.
him.
You called him?
Yes.
And what did he say?
He said, he answered the phone so quick and hung up in my face. I'm gonna call you right back, babe. Hung up the phone.
I know.
So I called him again. He didn't answer the phone. And when he got home, the bags was there. The hotel was already booked.
So you put him out?
Yes, I did.
All right, Mr. Buckner, why you at Miss Toussaint's apartment?
I seen her. I had fixed the TV. I put the TV up. I guess it ain't put up right, and she told me to just tighten some screws up. That's it.
I'm gonna.
And all you were tightening up down in Mr. Toussaint's apartment?
Yeah, I'm like, that's some
it's a
interesting
repeatedly
language.
thing. And why I can't know that you're going down here before you go to work?
Nothing happened. I'm gonna prove it today.
That's your story.
I'm gonna prove it today.
Okay.
Well, there's her side, there's his side, and there's the neighbor that lives downstairs side. She is here.
What?
Would you bring Miss Toussaint in?
What?
Would you state your name, please, for the court?
My name is Marie Toussaint, Miss Haitian Sensation.
The Haitian sensation.
Haitian sensation. You know that's my man, right? You see me walking up and down the stairs with this man.
Miss Rowe, let me ask the questions.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
I apologize.
The day that Miss Rowe knocked on your door, what happened?
The day she came knocking at my door, she was cursing, she was yelling. I slammed the door in her face. Cause her man came upstairs because I needed help with my TV. He's not really a handyman because my TV fell off. So I had to come back and ask him for help again.
See?
So she came down, knocked on your door, you
She
opened the
banged at my
door.
door.
And you opened the door.
Opened the door nicely. She's just yelling and all that. I was like, oh my God, just slammed the door. Like, I've been living here for 10 years. I don't need no drama. I'm just a Haitian sensation. So I just slammed the door.
Oh my God. Okay, you heard it. That's the curse. She been there for 10 years and everybody upstairs been in and out because of her. She is the curse.
So, I mean, you knew why she was down there, right?
Yeah, she think I want her man.
Okay, so why didn't you just
Yes,
tell
she
her,
did.
look, I didn't have anything to do. I don't know what you.
can't talk to people
You just
when
slammed the
they,
door.
yeah.
You just slammed the door in her
I just
face.
slammed the door.
You
No
didn't say
drama.
anything to her?
No,
That's
I
how
don't want
she
no
be when she
drama.
turn
I don't
up.
need no problems.
Told me to go ask my man.
Talk
When
to
she
people
turned up,
when
that's
they
how she
not.
be.
Nah, can't.
Girl, please.
Do you believe Mr. Buckner is cheating?
Yes, he a flirt. I catch him looking at me, but I don't want him. He's not my type. It's her I want, but little did she know.
What?
You want Miss Rowe?
Yeah, little did she know. I don't like guys. So he did a bad job.
But you called him back
There
again,
it
though.
is.
You called him back again.
Free me.
So,
Girl,
if you
please.
wanted Miss Rowe, why did you slam the door in her face?
Cause she was don't got time for that.
Okay, well that kind of clears that up, don't it?
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr.
You're
Son.
welcome, Your Honor.
Your Honor, may I say something?
Sure.
I think she's just lying to cover up for him.
You don't
And she like
believe
women.
that?
Exactly. Because you've
Okay.
been in my man's presence plenty of times to introduce yourself to me.
And that's never happened.
No.
And you feel like the reason she hadn't done it because she's doing things
Little
via.
creeps, yeah. Like she just told you he's sleeping with, he's messing and talking to other women in the neighborhood. We only been here for a year, Your Honor, in this apartment.
Flirting.
For a year.
Flirting.
She did say he flirts.
I say I flirt. I ain't messing with nobody, baby. I ain't messing with none of them women in the property.
All right. I
Don't
think
allow to take the test and you're not coming home.
That's one
it.
proof
That's
right
it.
there.
All right.
8 years is enough.
Okay.
I think we've heard enough.
Ready to come home?
I think we've heard enough.
All right. Tell me what we got, Mr. Cutler.
We have Ms. Rowe's belief that Mr. Buckner is sleeping with Ms. Toussaint, the downstairs neighbor. We've got the incident where Ms. Rowe comes home and finds 2 women in her home.
Right.
It turns out one of those women was Ms. Toussaint. And so she's got this ongoing concern that Mr. Buckner is having some kind of inappropriate relationship with Ms. Toussaint. Not to mention he's a natural flirt, and so that's just got her ramped up even more.
That's right.
And for all those reasons, she's suspicious. Now, let me ask this, Ms. Rowe. If it turns out that he's cheating,
It'll be over. It'll be over, and me and my kids will be left hurt because you want to make decisions. You can't keep yourself to yourself, and you know what self I'm talking about. So it would be devastating. He's
You're
already
done.
gone.
You're done.
Yes, I'm done. I'm done.
Well, this court has done a full investigation. At this time, we would like to call polygraph examiner Kendall Shull to determine, is he cheating? Ron, would you escort him in?
Kendall Shull.
How are you, Mr. Shull?
Great, Your Honor. Thank you. How are you?
I'm great. Just for the record, you are a licensed polygraph examiner. You had over 30 years at the FBI. You headed their polygraph department when you left, and you have been in your own private practice in Knoxville, Tennessee for, is it 18 years?
About 18 years, Your Honor. Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's talk about what you did.
Okay.
You asked Mr. Buckner, since being in a relationship with Miss Rowe, have you had sexual intercourse with Miss Toussaint? What was Mr. Buckner's response?
He said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
All right. Is there anything you want to say? Is there anything you want to say to Miss Toussaint?
I apologize to you, Miss Toussaint.
That's it.
And I will come have a drink with you next.
That's it.
I
All right,
apologize
watch
to
out.
you.
You better watch out.
I'm just thinking the same thing.
I'm just saying. Truth has been told up in here.
Set me free.
we still have another question. You asked Mr. Buckner, since being in a relationship with Ms. Rowe, have you had physical sexual contact with any women besides Ms. Rowe? What was his response to that question?
He said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being deceptive, Your Honor.
Mr. Buckner?
I was nervous about that question.
It's the plan. This is the plan.
No, I talked to him. He'll tell you I was nervous about that question because he said sexual contact. And I was trying to see like what he meant. And I ain't have sexual contact, but I went to a strip club. I go to strip clubs a lot. Women grinding on me and stuff,
Crazy.
but it was no sex.
No.
All right, so Mr. Shull, would that constitute sexual contact?
Well, absolutely it would, but in addition to that, she also touched him as well. So that's definitely.
So that's what you allowing? He's gone.
I don't even know where to go.
I know exactly where to go.
Okay, tell me, Mr. Cutler.
We're gonna go to the next question. You asked Mr. Buckner, since being in a relationship with Ms. Rowe, have you had sexual intercourse with any women other than Ms. Rowe? What was his response to that question?
He said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm coming home, baby. I'm coming home.
All right. All right. Is he coming home, Miss Rowe?
He can do another week since he fell one.
Oh, okay. But you're gonna eventually let him come home.
Yes, yes.
All right, Mr. Buckner.
Yes.
You need to stay out of strip clubs. All right? You need to be honest with your significant other. And when I say that, you tell her where you going. Transparency always works. Ain't no guessing, because I can look right at it, I see it, I know what it is.
Ms. Rowe.
Yes.
He's a flirtatious guy.
That's how he got you.
You knew that when you met him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So that's just him. He's not gonna change. Now he's gonna keep it in check, right?
Right?
Yes.
And when you go visit Miss Toussaint, take him with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will.